What's up, YouTube? Back with another live stream. Um, you see what this one is about? It's about extraction of information. Why they do these things. Um, how you know it's three-letter agencies. AKA police, right? So I'm reading from my post. A lot of people don't see those, so I read from my post. But why they gang stalk you? How to know it's three-letter agencies, aka police. They have extracted. This is for my situation. I'm pretty sure for more situations of your other targeted individuals, right? So they have extracted embarrassing situations in my childhood that I did not have to speak on from the thought that it was civilian surveillance. So with with them doing this, they're going to extract information from you by telling you that civilians are surveilling you. Not only that, it's going to cause constant talking to yourself, which is the induced mental illness part. So the next part in this is that's why I'm warning y'all. Embarrassing situations meaning non-violent. Child play that people don't speak of. That's why I stress you. Do not think that it's civilian citizens surveilling you, like that movie paints to you. It extracts information. How you beat the hidden enemy is by revealing them. Go look at my YouTube shorts. Now I'm going to my comments. So this is how they extract information. You say something in your house, in your privacy, and you walk outside. Your targeting first starts, right? You say something in your house. Your targeting first starts. You say something in your house. You do something in your house. You walk outside. Someone repeats that in a way that it cannot be plausible deniability, right? And you go, oh my gosh, they're listening to everything I say in my privacy. The citizens are. Then you go the rest of your life talking to yourself about people when you're alone. You talk to yourself thinking that these people can hear you, explaining rumors to be false, thinking that citizens are listening. This is called extraction of information. Three-letter agency tactic could be designed for the whole person's purpose of driving you insane, and that's all. Now you got a problem with everybody you see in public, unless you know it's not everyone, right? So how they do this is, like I said, you go outside, you say something in your house, you go outside, and a citizen says some similar to the exact same thing you did in your house, or um, said in your house, right? And they say it in a way to where it cannot be plausible deniability. This is to let you know that you're being watched, but it's not to let you know you're being watched by three-letter agencies. It's to make you think you're being watched by a citizen. Because who said the thing that you said in your house, in your privacy? A citizen said it. And they keep going on with this stuff. They keep going, they keep going, they keep going, right? So that's the whole purpose of it. This is called extraction of information. And what they did with me is, at first, I thought it was a cult. I was getting angry. I thought it was the cool club that I'm not part of. I was getting angry. I thought it was a cult. Oh, for real? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was a cult. Um, until I realized, like, it's not a cult. Like, that's three-letter agencies that's doing that. But this is why I stress to y'all, do not think that citizens are listening to you in your privacy. Do not make your life the Truman Show, because guess what? It's only those three-letter agencies that are listening. Those foot soldiers that they put on the street, they're foot soldiers. They're people that receive notifications. And my live was supposed to be about something else. I'll do that probably tomorrow or the next day, depending on how I feel. But my live was supposed to be about how many people in society know you're on some type of government watch list. Um, but I believe, like, even if you are on a watch list, like, they would never expose it ever. Like, they would never expose it because, like, we're domestic. Like, we live in whatever country we're in. So I don't believe that they would expose it. But that's the next live stream. I just had to do this one because I had said I was going to do this one. So, but yeah, extraction of information. That's how they do that stuff. I'm gonna try to make this a long live stream. Um, but yeah, I stress that you do not think that citizens are surveilling you in your privacy. I stress that. I stress that you put yourself in the mindset at the least. If you can't believe it yet, which I don't know how you can't. I went somewhat 5 years thinking that it was citizen surveillance. I went 5 years thinking that it was citizen surveillance. Um, just citizen surveillance. Like, everybody looking, but you're not worried about three-letter agencies until they show themselves, right? They're looking too, but you're not worried about three-letter agencies until they show themselves. But I guess when you start to figure all of this stuff out, that's when they show themselves. So, you know, but I see a lot of people repeating what I say. It's correct. It's correct. And one of my next live streams is going to be about relocation and how you need to relocate to break the illusion. You need to relocate to break illusions because in your hometown, that's where people know you. Let me not even know you. You're just gonna think people gonna know you, but let me not get into that into the next live stream. But back to what I was saying, it's important. Like, it's really important. Like, this is extraction of information. This is what has you walking down the street talking to yourself, thinking citizens are listening, thinking citizens have the access to your phone cameras. Those are informants. Um, those are nothing to worry about. It's okay to breathe in your house. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to breathe outside. It's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay to breathe outside. It's okay to breathe in your house. And you be walking down the street talking to yourself because, and it's painting the picture you looking crazy. Like, I started to fake having headphones in. Like, I walk down the street with headphones in and talk to myself to make it look like I'm talking to somebody else, like on the phone. But you have to understand that it's a reason that they do that. It's a reason that they use citizens to pretend to be surveilling you when it's just a notification system. It's just a notification system. We're simply three letter agency citizens. Those three-letter agency citizens can't go to another citizen that's not being targeted and be like, "Oh, look at this person. I'm watching him in his privacy." For the ones that just cannot, for the targets that just cannot accept um, that citizens aren't involved with, targeting. They can't accept it. So you have to understand that type of stuff. Because other than that, you can be walking around giving out your whole information, arguing with people in your privacy, thinking that you're arguing with people, and you arguing with a three-letter agency. Like, as you think you arguing with people. Like, I see in multiple of my live streams, I seen a dude on YouTube. He's a target. He's an intelligent person, but he thought his coworkers were listening to him in his privacy. So he would go home and curse them out, go back to the job, and think that he felt that their energy was like, oh yeah, they heard me, like they heard me. But no, your energy could be given off of that. Your energy can be given off that vibe that they listening to you. Your energy can be given off of that, or that energy that you've been talking about them, like that. Your coworker's not doing that stuff unless they're hired by a three-letter agency. And I just the surveillance part of civilians, citizens, It's just unacceptable. It's not possible. It's not psychologically culpable for a person to be watching another person in their house. And once again, a lie test is very cheap. Lie tests are extremely cheap. I'm not involved with any organizations, and I don't know any of you on here personally. I don't receive notifications to say stuff. I'm the perfect target to listen to. I skip over saying certain words because I know they're kind of trigger words. I'm a real target. Lie tests are very cheap, very cheap. So yeah, it is very important. I don't get on here with stories. Um, I don't get on here with stories of my own, trying to tell a story. I'm not telling a story. I'm trying to help. Legitimately, it makes me mad. I no longer have that mental illness. I know these people as informants on the street. I no longer have that mental illness. Oh, that's an informant. They're hired. That's the police. I used to I've been on here. What? I've been on here since like 2020. I've been watching this stuff since 2018. I've been on here since 2020. So yeah, I really stress um, that you don't think that it's civilians doing this stuff, because that is what is going to get you. It's going to induce the mental illness even more. You have to understand this stuff. Informants are everywhere. They're everywhere. Uh, and not informants as far as like trying to investigate you. No, that's not what that is. Informants trying to entrap you, to get you to go crazy, get you to flash out, whether that's an aggravated battery or anything, get you in an argument, or you know get you kicked out of a certain place. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to get me in an argument. It's the only story I'm gonna tell. Like where I'm at right now. Like the one of the workers here, they tried to get me in an argument. I went up. I had just woke up. I went up for I think it was lunch. Yeah, I went up for lunch. Um, so when I go up for lunch, he says, "Man, I got jury duty." I said, "Man, what you telling me that for?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you telling me that? You see the Myron Mays they try to pull? Like, why are you even telling me that? You know, why would he even just say that to me? Like, they want to make you think that you're in some type of trouble. I wouldn't be on here. I would not be on here. This is not a cover up. I would not be on here. I'm really getting organized, stalked, and harassed. This is not a cover up to, oh, let me just say I'm a targeted individual because I did a crime. Or no, that's not what that is. And it's not getting me angry. That's what it's not doing. But I went up there for lunch, and the dude say, "Yeah, man, I got jury duty." I kind of cussed him out. I ain't even really mean to do it, but he could have went up to the office and been like, "Yeah, he cussed me out. Kick him out of the shelter," because when you're in shelters, it's beneficial. That's what I kind of travel for. I kind of travel for shelters, but I'm off topic, right? So let me get back to it. I kind of travel for shelters. Like I travel because I'm not paying rent until I can. If I can be, rich by staying in the shelter, or in a high five-figure digit or six-figure digit, that's what I'm going to do. I don't care what anyone thinks about me staying at a shelter. I will be traveling every 50 state for this stuff. Every state. I'm a veteran, so a lot of our shelters, they have one room, like it's one assigned to a room. But back on topic, I stress that you stay away from thinking that citizens are involved in your in-home surveillance. You are going to go crazy like that. Citizens are involved in watching you through your phone camera and listening through your phone camera. You are going to go through crazy things like that. You're gonna get into fights like that because you're thinking in that way. And a lot of targeted individual content creators, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but they keep trying to make people think that they know them. They're telling people that, oh yeah, man, everybody knows me. Everybody knows me. Like they're trying to strip your rights as a citizen. That's like being a celebrity. That's stripping your rights as a citizen. They're stripping your rights as a citizen. That's what they're trying to do. And it's a reason that them people that's known that they try to do stuff to themselves. They have no public respect. The public don't respect them. They go out to Walmart, everybody taking pictures. Everybody, oh, look at that, look at that, look at him. Like, so that's not, that's not what that is. Somebody's mad. Somebody's mad that you're not known like that. Or, it could be anything. It could literally be anything. But you have to understand, do not think that citizens are surveilling you. Know that three-letter agencies are surveilling you. Just know that part. That's it. It's three-letter agencies. It's their surveillance. They don't like you. And you ain't did nothing. You couldn't have. Somebody don't like you. They put you on this list. I don't know if, and I would think it would be a damn law enforcement person or something like that don't like you. That's what I would think. A lot of people think their family's involved, but another thing about family being involved, right? It's like this. You listening to this stuff around them, and you trying to tell them about this corruption, whatever you trying to tell them, whatever you was listening to early on in your targeting, right? Conspiracies, all of that stuff. Guess what? The human mind that's within culture, which is anyone that's not being targeted, is within culture. They listening to music, they doing all of this, they within culture. So if you are listening to this conspiracy stuff around them, guess what? Their mind is naturally designed. It's naturally designed to mess with you and shun you. I used to do this myself. Right? If somebody walked up to me and tried to tell me about any conspiracy, I would jokingly walk away from them. Like, hey man, I ain't trying to hear nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Like, jokingly. Like, it's designed for that. Like, anybody speaking of any type of conspiracy or truth, anybody speaking of that, they don't even have to be contacted. They're going to naturally start, and it's not a spiritual thing that they start doing. It's not their energy. No, they're just like, hey, they want to be rich one day. They don't want to hear you talking about a conspiracy. They want to be rich. They don't want to hear you talk about a conspiracy. They don't want to hear you talking about no aliens and this stuff. Like, they don't want to hear that stuff. But at the same time, they could be involved. Like, that's a 50-50 thing. I'm not really sure on that. But that's a 50-50 thing. Like, they could be involved, but yeah, they could be involved. But it's just like, you gotta understand the natural thing. Like, what's natural for a person that is unaware of corruption, is unaware of conspiracy. They're unaware of that. So what's natural for them is to be like, trying to shun you, or I'm gonna stay away from that person. That person look at what the movies, them people be getting. Even though Gangstalking not that serious, but them people be getting. Anybody talking about some crazy stuff that the government don't want people to know, but they be getting they be chasing them around on a movie, doing all of this crazy stuff, right? Think about that. So people see that stuff. So when you talk about it, their natural reaction to it is to shun you. Like before I was targeted, I used to do that. Like I used to be like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to hear about that. I still kind of do that. I'm only into targeting and government corruption. That's the only thing I'm really into. I'm not. I don't look at anything. I don't look at anything else besides what people's actually documented and actually done. I don't look at anything else. Like I don't. I don't. I just don't. I can't. I don't even watch movies. But yeah, that I'm giving you the scientific method on how they're inducing a mental illness. I literally walk down the street talking to myself sometimes still, just now. Like I just did that like 3 days ago. So yeah, it's inducing a mental illness. That's what it's doing. And you have to understand that. That's something that you have to understand. Like you're only talking to yourself because you believe that citizens are surveilling you when it's only three-letter agencies. And it's important not to talk to yourself because you can end up being hurt. It's important not to think citizens or civilians are surveilling you, because it's going to cause a crash out mode for you, because you're gonna walk outside, right? First person you see, you're gonna be mad at them. You think they was listening. You gotta understand to write a lot of stuff off as coincidence. Targeting is very real, extremely, extremely. But you have to learn how to write a lot of stuff off as coincidence. You have to write a lot of stuff off as coincidence. Targeting is extremely real, but you have to write a lot of stuff off as coincidence. Especially being with, listen, these three-letter agencies, they know their eyes and ears don't matter. They don't matter. So if they told you that they was watching you, you would still be a normal person. That's why they use citizens to tell you that they watching you. They use civilians to tell you they watching you. That's why they do that. This is the equal. This is the equal. You feel what I'm saying? This is the equal mark. Why they do that stuff. That's why they do that stuff. That's why they do it. So you have to understand this type of stuff. And if you don't, you're gonna end up mentally ill. I mean, you're not gonna end up mentally ill. You just have to understand what's logical. Like I say in a lot of videos, they take logic away from you. They take logic away from you. They go in your pocket and they take logic away from you. They take logic away from you. They take logistics away from you. Oh my, everybody's watching me in my house. Some people at work. You think the Taco Bell drive through slowing down, people watching you while they at work cooking on the line? You think they stopping that? No. Plus, with all this crime going on, citizens aren't surveilling us. That's the logistic that they took from us. That's the logistics that they took from us. Citizens aren't surveilling us. They're not. People got stuff to do. Who don't have stuff to do is these three-letter agencies. That's who don't have stuff to do. That's who don't have anything to do. That's who got unlimited funds to be just throwing around. Like these people being compensated, bro. They don't know us. They don't know us. They're being compensated. This is a compensated program for these perps. They're being compensated for it. They're being compensated. So this is what you have to understand. If you don't understand it, if you don't look at it in the way, and people quote what I say. If you don't look at it in the way of logic, then you're going to be messed up in the mind. It's these three-letter agencies surveilling. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's no citizens. It's no civilians. Because if you're thinking like that, you're going to be sitting there talking to yourself, thinking that people hearing you. You might say something that you might not say in somebody's face, but you say it at home because you think they listening to you. Now you walk outside angry every day because you think you're getting surveilled by citizens when it's really just three-letter agencies. It's so many reasons that they do it. It's so many reasons. It's so many reasons that they do that. Because you're either going to end up angry, you're either going to end up doing something to somebody, you're either going to end up mentally ill, thinking that your whole life that is the Truman Show, and everybody worried about you. It's a reason they put that movie out. It's a reason that they put that movie out, and it's a reason that it does something to your mind. It puts that mindset in your mind. Only mindset you need to have is that it's the three-letter agencies. You feel what I'm saying? They told you people was at the bar, lined up, chilling, watching your life. They told you people was sitting down in their house with coffee mugs, sipping coffee, watching you on Christmas, just watching every word you say, even if you ain't saying nothing. That's what they told you. And citizen, the thought of citizen surveillance, in short words, the thought of citizen surveillance extracts information from you. The information that they extracted from me, I posted it on here, I deleted it. The information they extracted on me was stuff in my childhood. What was it? Like I said, one of my friends, you know, he used to, as a child, I'm pretty sure he good now, but one of my friends used to act like he used to try to act like a girl with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't lead a lie because of that. Nobody's looking at this. No one's surveilling you while you're watching this live. And oh, look at how he looked when he said that. No one but three-letter agencies. Eyes and ears that have no importance. Okay? But yeah, as a child, one of my friends used to try to act like a girl. And they would go around harass me about it because the car, they have a car that has that name. And that car is one of the most used cars in the US. His name is from a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So yeah, and I think the car came out when I was born. Like, we was friends like not too long after that. Like, right? But yeah, like yeah, that's crazy. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, like that's the information that they extracted from me. A child play. They extracted that from me. I put it on YouTube, and I actually put it on. Um, I put it on YouTube, and I actually put it on. Well, no, I put it on YouTube. I put it on Instagram too, and I put it on. Well, I know I said it in my privacy. Like I used to rant in my car because I thought citizens were surveilling me. You know who was jotting down that information? Three-letter agencies. So I know how fun it is. I know how fun it is to think that citizens are surveilling you. I know how fun it is to think that you're being listened to in your privacy when you say the great things that you say. When you say the great things that you say, or you say bad things about people you really don't want to say in front of them, I know it's fun for them to think, for you to think that they know that. They don't know that. They're not. Listen, citizens aren't surveilling you in your privacy. I know how fun it is to think like that. That's some very fun stuff. If you can get some information across to somebody without them even being around, without even sending a text, without even being on a phone call. Like you can say something that you want to say and they hear it anyway. No, I know how fun that is, but that's not the case. It's just not. It's not. That's a very it's a very I'm just giving you the scientific method of this stuff. Citizen surveillance is going to, the thought of citizen surveillance is going to extract information from you. This is why you must understand that uh, three-letter agencies are surveilling you. This is why you must understand that. It's going to extract information. It's going to make you think everyone in public is involved. I've been dealing with so many different girls. Like it's ridiculous. Like when I got where I'm in Ohio right now. I've been dealing with so many different girls. It's ridiculous because I done got out of the mindset and understood that it's not the whole public. And even if they have even if they're perps, I'm still doing my thing. Honeypot, I'm still doing my thing. It doesn't matter. I'm still doing my thing. I'm still doing my thing. I can't stop. I'm not finna. I'm not finna think. Imagine thinking everybody, they do control your environment now, but you have to know when your environment isn't being controlled. Know when your environment isn't being controlled. You should have enough discernment to say, hey, is this person a perp? Can I speak to them? Can I talk to them? And you have to understand that. Because if you don't, you're going to be walking around with the mental illness that they induced. This is a real program. I'm just trying to stop them from doing this stuff to people. I'm trying to stop them from doing this stuff to people. I don't tell personal stories. That's not what I'm doing. That's my first channel, when I did my first videos, like in 2022 or something like that. When I first started doing them, like I was telling my story, like I was telling stories, like I was trying to tell my story. But no, it's about helping people. We have to get a group of content creators that's putting this real information out, and that's what I'm supporting. I'm liking multiple videos now I didn't used to. I'm just supporting people that put out real information, putting out real information, putting out at least the surveillance technology that got people trying not to, it's hard to breathe in their house, pacing back and forth in their house, can't sit in front of their TV because they think they're being watched. This is for that. It's for people covering a phone camera because they think civilians are watching them. That's why you're covering your phone camera. You believe it's civilians surveilling you. When the people that are actually surveilling you are three-letter agencies, people, ears and eyes that don't matter, and they know that. So they use their foot soldiers to tell you, these citizens, civilians, their foot soldiers to tell you, hey, um, I'm watching you. Yeah, I just seen you do that on your phone. You feel what I'm saying? Directed conversation about something that happened in your house without them saying anything to you. Now you think they watching you because that's a civilian. And because that's a civilian, it causes you discomfort. I'm giving you the hard truth. And this is the truth I wasn't told. I could take a lie test. This is stuff that I put off logistics. This is based off of logistics. It's literally impossible for civilians to be surveilling you. Now, three-letter agencies, yes. Yes. Three-letter agencies, yes. Yes. Three-letter agencies, yes. Those are the people that's watching. And I know it's not. I know it's not exciting. It's no longer exciting, but you get your mental back. Come to this channel. Come to some of the channels I go to and watch, and get your mental back. Yeah, I know it's not fun. I walked around thinking that my ex was looking at me. My friends was looking at me through my phone camera. All my classmates doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I used to have a blast. Oh, everybody watching me. You know, of course, the police too, right? If your friends can do it, if your exes can do it, if your classmates can do it, of course, right? So I walked around having a blast. So everybody watching me say all my jokes, say everything. I'm gonna say everything cool I have. They're also extracting talent. Why you think you hear something? Y'all be watching stuff, right? Y'all will be watching stuff on TV. I'm like, man, I said that. They stealing that stuff from me. Like, yeah, because you thinking that you in the Truman Show. You saying all your jokes. You saying all of your whatever talents that you do. I suggest you let that go if you being a target. No offense, none of that. I let it go myself. I'm never doing none of that stuff. It's of Satan. But all of that stuff, like, it's extraction of information, extraction of talent. Even though they'll never be as talented as y'all. Like, every targeted individual, I look at y'all, right? And I see movie star. I see movie star. I hear radio host. You feel what I'm saying? I see movie star. I hear radio host. I see artist. You know what I'm saying? I see that. I see that type of stuff. But it's a blessing not to be that. It's a blessing not to be that stuff. It's a blessing not to be known. They're trying to take that blessing away from you. It's also one of the things that they're trying to do. Take the blessing of being unknown away from you. That's also a thing that they're trying to do. You should fight for that. That's citizens' right. That's another word for selling your soul would be uh, giving away your rights as a civilian, giving away your rights as a citizen. That's another form of, that's the layman terms of selling your soul. No respect in public. Who wants to do that? I literally don't want to do that. Just give me a job. Like, I'm just I don't even want to be in the background of them people, right? That's I'm not doing that. But back to what I was saying. It's important, right? It's really important for you to understand who is surveilling you, because you'll drive yourself crazy. Luckily, I had to jump back into logistics like around, I would say, a year or two ago. I've been targeted since 2018. I had to get my logistics back, I would say, maybe a year and a half ago. You know, and they do everything to try to keep you in that mental illness. You'll get a phone call as soon as you open the door to your hotel room or something like that. Like, oh yeah, we watching. No, they're not watching. They were told to do that. The citizen, the civilian you're speaking to on the phone, with significant other, whatever, they were told to do that. A person that you're talking to at the time, they were told to do that. They get notifications. That's just what it is, or it's just natural, or it's just normal. There's no way they're looking at you through your phone camera. Too much crime goes on. Only three of the agencies are doing that. They don't put that technology on the street. That would stop crime. They do not want crime to stop. This is totally off topic. But why they don't want crime to stop? They don't want crime to stop because crime is money. Crime makes money. Bond money, do you know what that is? That makes money. Do you not know if people knew that it was consequences for everything that they do? Like, guaranteed? Like, this technology that is so hidden, They hide it so much. It's so hidden. Like, it's so hidden. This tech. If people knew that it was consequences for everything that they do, they would not be committing any crime. And shout out to Gangstalking by the Numbers, his channel. Um, he posted Judge Joe Brown. He says the system doesn't work unless you do what you do. Now, this is for all people, all races, all of that. The system don't work unless you do what you do. If crime stops, that bond money, that 1,000, that 500 to $100,000 they getting off of people just for them to get out of jail. Do you know how much money they making off of that? Huh? So they don't want crime to stop. So that's another logistic to let you know that a high ass majority, excuse me, a high majority of citizens um, aren't aware of this technology. And I doubt that they have the technology. You know, hackers and stuff, you know, people that probably stay in their house and eat chips and stuff, they probably had the technology and use it for other things. They ain't watching nobody walk around quiet, just chilling. They ain't watching nobody do that. They probably doing it for other things. I gotta be repetitive in every video. You can look it up. But Airbnb, I've said this in the last video, but is Airbnb has a news article about people finding hidden cameras in the house. So why do you think citizens have hidden cameras in your house? Citizens are reporting them being found in their house, right? If citizens are reporting Airbnb for having hidden cameras inside of homes that Airbnb is hosting, um, why do you think citizens are doing it to you when it's only three-letter agencies? I'm not saying that it's not. I used to have the same idea too. Oh, everybody watching me, that's what they doing. Like, oh yeah, they doing that. They already seen me. Like, no. It's three-letter agencies. These citizens are receiving notifications. Logistics say if people are reporting hidden cameras for being Airbnbs, then they aren't watching us like that. It's three-letter agency people that's watching us like that. That's who that is. Why they do it? Extraction of information, driving you crazy, making you talk to yourself on the street, making you think that everyone is involved with this stuff on the street, which will ultimately lead you in a fight, uh, getting you to talk to people on the street aggressively, getting fights. I've heard you say it. I heard a lot of people say they get in fights. I heard a lot of people say they getting in fights on the street because of perp. Bro, they don't even. Why are you fighting them? Like, why are you fighting them? You feel what I'm saying? They don't even know what they gang stalking you for sure, but they receiving the notification. Why are you fighting a person that doesn't have the in-home surveillance of your house? Because they definitely don't. Even the people that don't do nothing all day, they're not doing that. Their money comes from following you around. Whatever they do for that day, that's their tactic. Let them do that. Where's your ego? Where is your ego for you to be worrying about what an informant is doing? Somebody that's tracking you around and you noticing they doing stuff to tick you off, whether they say something to you or not. Where is your ego? Where is your ego? Whether they say something to you or not, where is your ego? Where is your ego? They're tracking you around. They're harassing you. They coming in whatever environment that you at. They coming in every environment that you are at. But they got informants all around me every time, anywhere I'm at. thinking I'm gonna leave where I'm at. Bunch of three-letter agency people or people that thinking they Freemasons. Remember that series I said I was gonna do? Oh, you thought you was a Freemason, dog. 90% of Freemasonic lodges consist of law enforcement. Do you not know how many gangsters in the Freemason, bro? Do you see how you have to understand how stupid, how dumb, and I'm not saying it's the Freemason. You have to understand how stupid and how dumb you have to be to do that. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like they're not even thinking about that. They're not thinking that Freemasons, um, um, 90% of Freemasonic lodges consist of law enforcement. They're not thinking of that. They're not even. So you see the regular mindset of society right there. Street niggas join them. Street people, gangsters, joining the Freemasons. And 90% of Freemasonic lodges consist of law enforcement. Wow. Do you see how dumb citizens in society are, bro? 90% might be an exaggeration, but over 50%, bro. Like all of them is almost in that, right? We all know that. We all know that. Like that's the first thing you started thinking. I remember like my video in 2021 or 2022. It's a highlight. I was saying somebody had it on the front of their car, and it was sitting in front of a restaurant that I was delivering from, and they had it on their car with a trailer on the back of it. And I was like, I said F. It was a highlight. I said F the, you know, they little fraternity, whatever you want to call it. I had said, the cult. That's what I thought was doing it. Just to understand that over that multiple, I mean, not multiple, like, bro, like, almost every cop is a Freemason. And you see gangsters involved with that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, no one understands this stuff. And I think I'm about to get off a live right here at I guess another 50-minute live, but I still got 3 viewers, so it's like, I don't know, I guess y'all listening, so I don't know, but I don't even know what else to talk about without spoiling the next live stream. So it's like, I guess I'll still stay on this, but my 3 viewers probably already know like what I'm talking about. If you understand what I'm talking about, how thinking that citizen surveillance will drive you insane, how thinking that civilians are surveilling you will drive you insane, and why they push that narrative heavily. That narrative is pushed so heavy. That's almost what gang stalking is. Organized stalking, organized harassment is. That's almost what that is. That's almost what that is. So you have to understand these type of things. This is what you have to understand. So I mean, if y'all want to join the live stream or make a comment or something, I'm thinking about getting off here at this 50 minutes. But other than that, like, yeah, it's just gonna be kind of the most repetitive things, like you know, just understanding who is doing it. Understand who is your enemy. Revealing them. Revealing the enemy is how you're going to do this stuff. Civilians don't have access to this technology. Does it take you this long to realize who the fuck that is? You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, I was stressed. I used to stress a lot. Like, bro, I'm literally not a perp at all. I stress lie test. They're $400 and up. So bring people to this channel. Bring people to all the channels that I shout out, comment. Bring people to those channels. I'm not commenting on nobody that's talking about any BS. Anybody that I comment on, I feel like they have knowledge, like they at least have some type of grasp of what's going on. At least anybody that I comment on, any channel that I comment on, I feel like they have some sort of knowledge of what's going on, and they're giving out the correct information instead of grooming people into a mental illness. Anybody I comment on, I feel like you ain't grooming nobody into a mental illness. You know, like, a lot of these content creators be grooming people into mental illnesses, but I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think they might be trying to change topics, or they're just trying to, or they're doing it on purpose. But every word that I say, you should understand my genuineness and understand that I'm trying to literally break a mental illness. This is my revenge, if you want to call it revenge, on whoever done this to me. This is my revenge for that. This is my revenge for that. And if you want to call it revenge, it's not even revenge. I'm literally just trying to help people. Like, cause I've stopped, like, a lot of the talking to myself. I used to do. I've stopped doing it because I realized no one's listening. No citizens listen. I've stopped, but I still do it from here and there. But I know who I'm talking to. I just let 3-letter agencies know they're not scaring me. Like, I don't care anything about jail because I don't feel like I'm supposed to be there. I don't feel like I've done anything. So I let them know that they're not scaring me. That's what I do in my privacy. Come do it. I know they're on here too. Even if they're not any of my viewers, they still can see it. It's not saying come do it. It's not a psychological threat for you to back off. You know what I'm saying? Come do whatever you're talking about. I don't care. I know this system like the back of my hand. It's sickening. The fact that they're literally, doing this type of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that it's another live stream I want to get into. On government corruption, law enforcement, stuff like that. How that stuff is not even inside. It's not a subject in school. It should be a natural subject in school. Like how they do this, how they catch these type of people. They hide that stuff for a reason. But that's another video. I don't even think y'all don't want to listen to that because it's not really about targeting. But that's another video. So, but yeah, nobody commenting. I'm probably finna get off the live. But just intake everything that I say because it's I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that it removes a mental illness. The next live stream is going to be about the importance of relocation. The importance of relocation and how you can see who is doing that type of stuff, who is doing this type of stuff. Um, from an environment that you're already known in, it breaks the illusion when you move to another environment and the stuff continues to go on. It continues to go on when you move to another environment. You move a whole nother state, 100, no, not even 100, 500 miles away. You move to a whole nother state, and it still goes on. That lets you know who's doing it. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. Those are 3-letter agencies. Those ones are global. You know what I'm saying? Like, They're everywhere. Informants everywhere. If you want to call them that, or whatever you want to call them, I got to kind of stop calling them informants. Not that, but yeah, that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. Like they are informants, bro. Like it's like they're entrapment informants. Let's get this person to go crazy to commit a crime. Informants, though, whatever you would call those, because it's not no uh none of that crazy stuff. It's none of that. Like, oh, you did something, or no, that's not possible, bro. It's not. It's not. It's just not. And it ain't no cover up to get on here, get on Gangstalk. I've been looking at this stuff since 2018. I've been looking at this stuff since 2018. That's documented. It's documented. Looking at it since 2018, and I say documenting since 2021 or 2020, 2021, something like that. But yeah, it's just great. It's just great. It's just great. It's great to know this stuff. Uh, I had my mind taken, my logistics taken from me. It helped in a way. It did. It helped in a way. But I didn't need this. Like I didn't need this. I didn't need to know that somebody was watching everything. I kind of already knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of already knew that. So I didn't need this. But it's such a benefit. It's beneficial. It's beneficial to learn all the other stuff you learn from being on this list, or organized, stalked, and harassed. The harassment part is crazy because all they got to do is organize stalking. The harassment part is insane. You feel what I'm saying? The harassment part, it shows you motive. Hey man, crash out. That's the motive. They telling you crash out. That's the motive. They telling you to crash out, and it goes from level to level, level to level. It goes from level to level. Like it goes from level to level. You're gonna be a hard target if you just stay on what you staying on. Like you'll be a hard target. But but yeah, like I said, I'm finna get off of here. I love all y'all for real, like for real, for real. Like I really get on here to to remove that from y'all mind. Understand who's doing this stuff. That's what I get on here for. That's what I get on here for. And it's kind of 10% of revenge. It's 10% of revenge. 10% of revenge is the reason I get on here. Like, oh, y'all messing with people mental illness. You think I'm just finna fall back? Y'all messing with people. Y'all messing with people's mind. People think that it's these three little agencies surveilling, and people are starting, to think that it's, they'll start off people getting gang stalked to start off thinking, hey, it's my neighbors. They got a camera in my phone. They can hack my phone. It's you know, it's the model up the street. It's celebrities watching me. It's no, it's none of that. It's none of that. It's three-letter agencies trying to drive you crazy. You know, I just put that in part. So, like, that's all that is. Like, it's nothing else. It is nothing else. There wasn't nothing I wasn't trying to be cool when I said that either. No reason to be cool. Ain't finna be cool with nothing. There's no reason for it. I ain't trying to be cool with nothing. People be thinking I'm joking when I say what I'm saying, but just look at my actions. You'll never see me do anything to try to get on no damn TV. I ain't trying to sound cool. But yeah, I love y'all and peace. I'll be live probably tomorrow or something. Like probably tomorrow sometime. But yeah, love y'all. Peace out.